Welcome back. Perfect timing. We've got a couple of things that we need to do today. I'm gonna put the Mega Factory blueprint on pause. It's partially done anyway. We need to get... Oh man, we really do need to do some of this other stuff though. We also found our stuff, so we can take these off the list. We're at 129, which is... We got a research turbo fuel. And start fuel factory. That likely means just start the crude oil. We'll say crude right next to it. So what we need to do to get started today is find a hard drive. The easiest way to do that would be if we could find a thing that would let us find hard drives. Okay, we've got that. We just got to get an object scanner in our hand.
Object scanner magnetic sensitivity increased. It can now detect the signal of any hard drives at crash sites in your region.
Okay. I'm thinking we kind of just need to launch ourselves. Of course, if we do it too far, we will be out of range of power. It'll take us forever to get back. You know what's weird? We already have the compacted coal recipe. You know, I figured some of these would be full of compacted coal I could just grab. We need one hard drive, just one. Doesn't have to be a mega hard drive hunt. Of course, ideally it would be near power. We've got a pretty good power line running somewhere. We gotta stop for a purple power slug. Oh, look, there's the previous hyper cannon. So if we can find one right around here, it'd be perfect. Nope. I was gonna go for that purple power slug, but it's surrounded by radioactivity and a very angry radioactive boar. This Mercer sphere looks a little bit more friendly. Going down the mountain when I clearly want to go up. My thought is that we'll have a kind of a light petrochemicals factory. It won't be everything ever, but it'll be enough to get us started, and ideally we could add some plastic and rubber to it, get some turbo fuel, and use that to run some drones. Used modular frames. Oof. I almost know for a fact I haven't even seen those. Alright, we gotta find a different one. That's too bad, that would have been really convenient. Oh boy, that's a trap. Why are there so many hatcheries defending that? Really? One purple power slug needs 4 high-level hatcheries. Oh, there is a boombox there. A boombox tape. Oh, we're out of ammo. You know what? I don't think I care about this right now. It's pointing me to this direction. Ooh, Mercer's here. Ah, there it is. Something kind of nestled. This isn't the part that actually does the stuff, though. There we go. We figured it out.
Turbo fuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel power generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
I mean, I had planned to just say turbo fuel was enough. But I gotta tell you, rocket fuel, it really goes a long way. Gonna have to clean up after fix it. I mean, we're not even getting it close to a signal. Is that the original one we came across, though? The one that takes fused frames that we don't even have on our possibility of recipes to make? Like, we can't even handcraft them? Whoa. No. Ooh, summer sloop. I'm always suspicious that there's a secret cave behind waterfalls. Well, not a ton of hard drives out here. Plenty of like Mercer's summer sloop type stuff though. We should probably be, you know, full health before we use this form of travel. That's how you know something is perfectly safe. Wait, there's a hard drive over here? I'm gonna have to figure that out. If there's a hard drive that close, it might be worth getting. But let's just put down the foundations for our petrochemicals factory. One thing, whenever I'm dealing with prime resources like miners or oil refinery, oil drillers, oil miners, I don't even know what those things are called. I like to make sure I've got plenty of shards on me. Let's just take a second and make some couple power slug shards. Ten's enough for 3 nodes. So if we go with the full 30, that'll give us plenty for 10 nodes. There's not 10 oil nodes over there, so I'm not worried about it. Something's in this area. I mean, this guy just comes running over from halfway across the map. More alien DNA incoming. Let's see if I have what it takes to get... I need actual turbo fuel, and we need to prove that we have the rocket fuel container before we can have the rocket fuel. Okay, that's fine. I'll just store these hard drives. I'll definitely take some free heavy frames. A couple motors aren't bad. Some stators also work. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that we need a bigger, cleaner version. Are you gonna bother me? I don't even know where you are at this point. Where are you? Oh, getting killed by a spitter. That's one way. But are you still running around down there? All right, that time I think we got it. Oil extractor. I mean, the bombs have been treated pretty well lately. Uh-oh. He could blow that bomb up with his spitting activities. Can't get me in the mix. I guess the first good thing to know would be how many crude oil are lying around. Oh, more than I thought. Two in the cave, 4 outside the cave. That one by itself is 600. It's the full pipe. It looks like we might be a little too far away to use a 4 meter on this. $240. So this is a full pipe all by itself, and then the one next to it's not even half a pipe. Okay. I think we should probably rip out the rest of this stuff and go with the stored amounts. For now. Just clean it all up. We may never get to cleaning up our starter spaghetti, but we can at least get our oil spaghetti cleaned up a little bit. I hate it when the wires go through the building. Which is surprising, because I don't mind clipping. Maybe it isn't surprising, because I don't mind clipping you can't see. Clipping you can see, ugh. It's the worst. Yeah, if I could get 2 donuts out here, it'd be kind of nice. I might have to do something with, like, some layering. Oh boy, how do we get this under here? Oh, there's actually a giant gap there. Probably need to hit some nice big 4-meter ramps. Yeah, that'll get us done. kind of move this wire out of the way a little bit. The only way to break this up and... Alright, yeah, let's not worry about breaking things up right now. Let's just get the oil flowing. Why are there so many high-end hatcheries around here? Should have a pipe wall hole that we can use. All right, I got that all nicely ready to go. Now, how much are we actually getting here? Ooh, 600 on that side and 600 on this side. So we're already looking at 1,200 oil. Let me put this... We gotta put this on our list. How much oil are we collecting here? And then we'll use that as our budget for making some plastic, some rubber, some fabric, some turbo fuel, some rocket fuel. Though whatever we make in turbo fuel will probably, or Yeah, whenever we make a turbo fuel, we should probably upgrade it all to rocket fuel. There's almost no reason to keep it. As turbo fuel. I see that one. Where are the rest of these? Ah, I see two of them over here. And one right under me? Okay, so there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. And somehow we left a dismantle crate behind. First things first, we gotta get rid of this dismantle crate. I should probably go with the 4-meter foundation. Ugh, that seems like it's too high though. Let's go with a 2-meter. Of course, that one seems like it's too low. We'll make this the clean spot, right? Once you get to here, then you can connect and it'll be clean. So if I decide to rework or reroute these power poles, I know that on the pad, any power pole should stay. Lots of power in here. Problem is I don't know exactly where I want guess I can make that determination now-ish. If I were gonna do this, I would put one ring right around this geothermal, and then like one ring maybe at a different level right around this guy. But those rings are so big. Turbo fuel. We need fuel and compacted coal. Fuel. We could go crude straight to fuel, but that gives us the byproduct of polymer. Polymer. We could add some water to make our rubber and plastic. Then going back to the fuel. Oh yeah, we've got a recycling plant that we're going to have to deal with as well. Back to the fuel. Oh, at that point it's just... Okay, So that's not too bad, actually. It's two donuts, basically. Unless I want to go all the way to the rocket fuel. Then it's some amount of another one. But maybe it's not a full one, though. Normally when you start getting into higher end, it's more of the original amount consumed. You rarely end up with more end product the higher up the scale you go. Nice big industrial fluid container so we can get a good chunk of oil ready to go. Now that one's 300. We got two 600s coming down from up there. $150. So 150 plus 300. $150 plus 300. So that's 1200 plus 300 plus 150. 1650. Lizard Doggo, this is a bit of a killing field. Don't hang out here. Foundations, 2 meters. Is that aligned? I think it's about right here. Right in there. $300 and $600, so 900 more. So that leaves us with 2550 crude oil. We'll have to resurrect our fuel refinery blueprints. The problem is, okay, so we've got the crude. Let's just start there. So we would want we want a certain amount of plastic and rubber to go with this. Of course, if we do it this way, then we end up with the heavy oil residue that we got to deal with. I could spin this off, right? And make the polymer resin, and then use the 30 polymer resin. Of course, if we do this, then the recycling stage makes less sense. Typically, I go through a recycling stage and just use the same stuff over and over again. Turbo fuel might be good enough. For that to work, though, we need to import compacted coal. Unless there's a sulfur coal combo over here. Actually, right there, that's close enough. If there's a associated coal to go with it. Oh man, there is. So we would have to. All right, we'll put some stamps down. So we need a compacted coal factory of some size. Who knows what size? We're not going to calculate it. It's basically going to be, hey, whatever this is what we get. And then we'll just have to plan on that being enough. So we've got the compacted coal. What else am I thinking here? All right, once we've got the compacted coal, we combine that to get the fuel to turbo fuel level. That's not too bad. Turbo fuel. So we basically would take crude to fuel. The problem with that is that we would have this. We would skip a step. 60 would give us 40 in this scenario. $60 would give us 20. No, 30 would give us 20 and 30 would give us. So we would end up with 30. And then if I checked this, we would have $30 gives us 20. I don't know. I'll have to do some calculations to see exactly which one is the right one. Obviously, diluted is always a possibility. If we go to diluted, then we end up at fuel. Then we could rip it out of that container and make turbo fuel out of that. Lots of ways to go. The point of this video is we got our crude oil set up. We're pumping it into these very convenient industrial storage containers. So when it's time to start processing fuel, we'll have plenty of crude to go. And obviously, well, you need to get it done before we run out. Now, we've got so much packaged fuel here. You know, the likelihood that we'll run out is extremely low. But it is a bit of a ticking clock nonetheless. We don't need this refinery or these pipes anymore. And then we've got this little buffer area. So we've got a little bit of plastic and a little bit of rubber. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put a full stack of this packaged fuel right in here so it goes straight to the uploader. I could probably get rid of this line as well. We've got plenty of actual packaged fuel. And then this can go away because we can delete this. Just a nice little bit of cleanup here. Yeah, we can keep that. And the MAM. Perfect. So now we got this industrial storage container full of packaged fuel ready to upload. If we run out before that by itself runs out, then we know we've got issues. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.